Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Part 3b. Fundamental equations of the form cosine x equals to a. It is evident that the equation sine x equals to a does not admit a solution when a does not belong to minus 1, 1. Now take a and minus 1, 1, then there exists an arc alpha belongs to 0 pi such that a equals cosine alpha. The equation takes the form cosine x equals to cosine alpha. We replace a by cosine alpha. Take an example to clarify the idea. We want to solve an arc cosine x equals to minus 1 over 2. Here we want to replace minus 1 over 2 by cosine what? Cosine pi minus pi over 3. That is 2 pi over 3. The equation cosine x equals to cosine 2 pi over 3 has two solutions. The first one is 2 pi over 3 plus 2k pi. And the second one is minus 2 pi over 3 plus 2k pi. We are interested just in the remarkable arcs. Minus 1 minus radical 3 over 2 minus radical 2 over 2 minus 1 over 2 0 1 over 2 radical 2 over 2 radical 3 over 2 and 1. Application 6. Please take your time, try to solve it. Take cosine x as a common factor, then cosine x will be equal to 0 or cosine x equals to 1 over 2. As cosine x equals to 0, replace 0 by cosine pi over 2, thus x equals to pi over 2 plus 2k pi or minus pi over 2 plus 2k pi. If cosine x equals to 0, then x equals to pi over 2 plus k pi. Now for cosine x equals to half, cosine x equals to cosine pi over 3, we replace half by cosine pi over 3. Thus x equals to pi over 3 plus 2k pi or minus pi over 3 plus 2k pi. Fundamental equations of the form tangent x equals a. Equations of the form tangent x equals a. For every real number a, there exists an arc alpha belongs to the open interval minus pi over 2 such that tangent alpha equals to a. The equation takes the form tangent x equals to tangent alpha. Take the example 6. We want to solve an r tangent squared x minus 1 equals to 0. You can factorize or directly take minus 1 to the other side. Tangent squared x equals to 1, then tangent x equals to minus 1 or tangent x equals to 1. Here, minus 1, tangent for what? It's tangent for minus pi over 4. And 1 tangent for what? It's tangent for pi over 4. Tangent x equals to tangent minus pi over 4 or tangent pi over 4. Now, x equals to minus pi over 4 plus k pi, the solution for this equation, and x equals to pi over 4 plus k pi, the solution for this equation. Remark, we are interested particularly in minus radical 3 minus 1, minus radical 3 over 3, 0 radical 3 over 3, 1 and radical 3. Application 8. Please take your time, try to solve it. Now take tangent x as a common factor, then tangent x equals to 0 or tangent squared x equals to 1 over 3. Then tangent x equals to 0 or tangent x equals to radical 3 over 3 or tangent x equals to minus radical 3 over 3. Tangent x equals to tangent 0. Here we replace 0 by tangent 0. Then x equals to 0 plus k pi, that is k pi. Now replace radical 3 over 3 by tangent pi over 6, then x equals to pi over 6 plus k pi, and the last term tangent x equals to minus radical 3 over 3, replace minus radical 3 over 3 by tangent minus pi over 6, then x equals to minus pi over 6 plus k pi. Now application 9, solve the equation 2 sine squared x minus 5 sine x plus 2 equals 0. It's like the second degree equation, but here we have sine x, not x. Pause the video, try to solve it. You have to make a change variable. Let t equals to sine x and t belongs to minus 1, 1. The equation becomes 2t squared minus 5t plus 2 equals to 0. By calculator it has two solutions, t1 equals to 1 over 2 and t2 equals to 2. For t1 equals to half, put sine x equals to half, replace half by sine pi over 6, then x equals to pi over 6 plus 2k pi or pi minus pi over 6 plus 2k pi. Finally x equals to pi over 6 plus 2k pi or 5 pi over 6 plus 2k pi. For t2 equals to 2, sine x equals to 2, thus there is no solution since 2 does not belong to minus 1, 1. As an assignment, summary: والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.